Joshua 1:7. Only be thou strong and very courageous, that thou mayest observe to do according to all the law, which Moses my servant commanded thee. Turn not from it to the right hand or to the left, that thou mayest prosper whithersoever thou goest. This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, and thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. Exactly, you're supposed to meditate day and night, man. If you meditate in the scriptures, reading the scriptures day and night, you'll be observing to do according to it, man. You got to read this thing to know what it says, to know what to do according to it, don't you? So that's why you got to read this thing. You got to meditate in it, all right? And you got to start living it, man. You can't just talk about it. You got to be about it, man. You got to do this stuff, man, all right? For the Most High, if you really fear the Lord, you'll do it, man. And the Most High will do with you. And the Most High will take care of you if you trust in Him and you fear Him. You know what I'm saying? For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then thou shalt have good success. Exactly. You want to have good success, you ain't going to get it on this side. You going to get it in the kingdom, man. You want to be part of that elect, start getting in these scriptures, man, and keeping these commandments, man. You know what I'm saying? And doing this work, all right? But the Most High is only dealing with you if you're doing it in truth and sincerity, man. All right? Verse 9. Have not I commanded thee, be strong and of good courage, be not afraid, neither be thou dismayed, for the Lord thy God is with thee wheresoever thou goest. Exactly, man. Be a strong courage, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't get afraid. Don't be afraid of nothing none of these motherfuckers can do out here. Because guess what? The Most High is with you wherever you go. If you fear the Most High, you trust in Him, man. All right? So ain't nothing nobody can fucking do to you. You know what I'm saying? And if it's your time to go, then fuck it. It's your time to go, man. All right? You out of here, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's good to get out early, man. Because it's going to get hectic out here, man. All right? This is no place to be, man. This is no place for a man of the Lord. You know what I mean? You know? It's time for that kingdom to come, you know what I'm saying? At least when you die, you're at rest. You know what I'm saying? At least you get rest. You ain't gonna get no rest on this side, man. Esau, that cracker gonna be on your back. That nigga woman gonna be on your back. Them 2/3, they gonna be on your back. Everybody gonna be on your back, man. Right? Giving you nothing but hell. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no rest, man. See. Let me bring this out. Another one of Maccabees. Another similar story. Maccabees. Second Maccabees 7:1. And it came to pass also that 7 brethren with their mother were taken and complied by the king and compelled by the king against the law to taste swine's flesh, and were tormented with scourges and whips. Exactly. So they was getting their ass whipped, man. You know what I'm saying? See verse 2. But one of them that spake first said thus, What wouldest thou ask or learn of us? We are ready to die rather than to transgress the laws of our fathers. Exactly, man. It was 7 brothers and a mother, and they said, you know what? We're ready to die before we go off, man. All right? And again, this is another example of how we need to be, man. How true men of the Lord need to conduct themselves, man. You should be ready to die as opposed to going off, man. You know what I mean? Don't go off for your life. Don't go off for any amount of Federal Reserve notes, any amount of gold, for anything, man. Keep these laws, statutes, and commandments to the best of your abilities, man. All right? Verse 3. Then the king, being in a rage, commanded pans and cauldrons to be made hot, which forthwith being heated, he commanded to cut out the tongue of him that spake first. Exactly. So the one who spoke up first, the king commanded his tongue to be cut out, man. And guess what? He was willing to do that, man. Willing to face that for the Lord, man. And to be cut off the utmost parts of his body, and the rest of his brethren and his mother looking on. So his 6 brothers, and his mom had to watch this happen, man. Had to watch their son get beaten, and the mother had to watch the son, and the brothers had to watch their brother get beaten and his tongue cut out. And his tongue cut out, and the rest of his members cut off, man. Verse 5. Now when he was thus maimed and all his members, he commanded him, being yet alive, to be brought to the fire. Exactly. So they cut his limbs off, they cut his tongue out. He was still alive, and then they made him burn, man. They put him in the fire. You continue. And to be fried in a pan. They fried him like it was a piece of chicken, man. Because he wanted to keep the laws of the Lord, man. The vapor of the pan was for a good space dispersed. They exhorted one another with the mother to die manfully, saying thus, the Lord God looketh upon us, and in truth have comfort in us, as Moses in his song which witnessed to their faces declared, saying, and he shall be comforted in his servants. So when the first was dead, after this manner, they brought the second to make him a mocking stock. And when they had pulled off the skin of his head with the hair, they asked him, wilt thou eat before thou be punished throughout every member of the body? But he answered in his own language and said, no. Wherefore he also received the next torment in order as the former did. Exactly, man. So they did it to the one brother, then the next brother was up, and guess what? He did the same thing. He said, fuck that, man. Do whatever you're going to do. I'm not going to go off, man. All right. Verse 9. And when he was at the last gasp, he said, thou like a fury takest us out of this present life, but the King of the world shall raise us up, who have died for his laws unto everlasting life. Exactly, man. Why did he say that? Number one, because he knew the kingdom. He knew he was going to get the kingdom. But number two, anybody in Israel knows, man, there's reincarnation, man. So he knew he was going to come back. You know what I'm saying? And he knew at the end of the day, the Most High, the scripture says, in so many words, fear not thou that could take your life, fear that thou that could destroy your soul, man. And the Most High, who the world calls God in Christ, that's the only person who could destroy the soul, man. All right? Fuck this fleshly ass cursed ass. These bodies is cursed, man. Point blank, period. Fuck it, lose it. It doesn't matter, man. Look out for your soul. All right? Verse 10. Oh no, verse 9. And when he was at the last gasp, he said, thou like a fury takest us out of this present life, but the King of the world shall raise us up, who have died for his laws unto everlasting life. After him was the third made a mocking stock, and when he was required, he put out his tongue, and the right soon holding forth his hands manfully, and said courageously, this I had from heaven, and for his laws I despised them, and from him I hope to receive them again. Exactly. Why did he say that? Because he knew about the reincarnation. So he knows, fuck it, y'all can kill me right now, but I'm going to come back anyway, man. All right? You know what I'm saying? Reincarnation's all over the scriptures, all right, for you motherfuckers who don't believe. All right, but anyway. Verse 12. Insomuch that the king and they that were with him marveled at the young man's courage, for that he had nothing regarding the pains. Exactly, man. Even the king who was putting his punishment was like, damn, man. You know what I'm saying? We doing all type of shit to him, and we're scalping him, we're cutting his body parts off, and he's just not budging, man. All right? Verse 13. Now when this man was dead also, they tormented and mangled the fourth in like manner. So when he was ready to die, he said thus, it is good being put to death by men to look for hope from God to be raised up again by him. As for thee, thou shalt have no resurrection to life. Afterward they brought the fifth also and mangled him. Then looked he unto the king and said, thou hast power over men, thou art corruptible, thou doest what thou wilt, yet think not that our nation is forsaken of God. Exactly. Y'all getting away with this now, but don't think y'all gonna get away with this forever. Because the Most High is gonna bring punishments unto you people for this fucking wickedness that y'all doing, man. Alright? You so-called white people, alright? You crackers, alright? You Edomites according to the Bible, man. Verse 17. But abide a while and behold his great power, how he will torment thee and thy seed. Exactly, man. Watch so you see how the fuck what we gonna do to you Edomites, man. How we gonna pay y'all back. Watch that, man. Alright? We're gonna do shit that ain't never even been seen or thought of to you motherfuckers, man. Alright? Verse 18. After him also they brought the sixth, whom being ready to die said, be not deceived without cause, for we suffer these things for ourselves, having sinned against our God. Therefore marvelous things are done unto us. But think not thou that takest in hand to strive against God, that thou shalt escape unpunished. Exactly. Y'all ain't gonna get away with this shit, man. Like we've been saying. Verse 20. But the mother was marvelous above all and worthy of honorable memory, for when she saw her 7 sons slain, Within the space of one day, she bare it with a good courage because of the hope that she had in the Lord. Exactly, man. So the mother, imagine a mother seeing 7 of her sons being killed, man. She's seen 7 or, no, it was 6. Salakia. She's seen her sons get killed. And she just, you know what I'm saying? She just walked through it. She wasn't crying about it, none of that shit, man. You know why? Because she fears the Most High, man. And she knows that we're dying a righteous death for a righteous cause. Verse 21. Yea, she exhorted every one of them in her own language, filled with courageous spirits, and stirring up her womanish thoughts with a manly stomach, she said unto them. Exactly. So she stirred up her womanly thoughts, but she said it, and she was acting as a man would, man. You know what I'm saying? Stirred up her womanishly thoughts with a manly stomach, man. Verse 22. I cannot tell how ye came into my womb, for I neither gave you breath nor life, neither was it that I formed the members of every one of you. Exactly. She said she don't know how she became pregnant. She doesn't know how that how that works. How the seed goes into the egg and the embryo grows and the baby comes out. She don't know how that happens, man. She don't know how she made them children. You know what I mean? Not saying that it was an immaculate conception, all right? Because that's not true. But she doesn't know how all that works. You know what I'm saying? She knew she laid down with her father. He impregnated him and she gave birth. But she said she didn't give him life because she knows the Most High gives her life, man. All right? You know what I'm saying? There's a famous saying that these women here in America like to use to their children. I gave you life. You didn't give nobody life, all right? God gave life. God gave you life, all right? You simple bitch. You know what I'm saying?